a short tour of Moodle's course page. Here we have a course 20 online SCMA 1. Here you can see that we have put the general instructions to the trainees. The standard thing about Moodle is that you have to click on this gear button and then turn editing on to make any changes. Once you do this, you can add content. Like for example, here we have the live sessions. And if I want to add another live session, I just need to click on this and immediately a pop-up comes up. Here you can see a big blue button activity. So this allows me to add a new big blue button class. Okay, so we already have a class here, so I will not click on this. You can see here that there are many other options, like you can have a feedback form, you can have a forum for discussion, you can create a quiz from here, you can even create a link to WebEx meetings for those of you who have been using WebEx for taking online classes. And you can organize your course content in the form of this file or this book. Here there is something called a label. So this label is what you see here. So a label is a heading basically. So you put a heading and then below that you add these activities. These are called activities in Moodle. Now let's click on this session. There's a big blue button classroom, and in this classroom you can specify the start time and the end time. So for example, if I were to click here, go on this edit settings, then you can see that this classroom has a unique name. This is a classroom with recordings. You can also make it without recordings if you want. See here the options are available. You can send us notification to all the trainees by clicking on this icon. You can select the, you can give a welcome message. You can give the start time and the end timing. See here, this is the start time and the end time. It's a good practice to enable the start time and the end time because this prevents misuse of your classrooms. Here we have said that all teachers will be enrolled as moderators and others will be enrolled as users. A moderator is basically somebody who can remove other people from the meeting, or he can promote viewers to presenters or moderators. We'll come to more on that role in a short while. Okay. So this is how the meeting link is created and its settings are made. Now let's join the meeting and see how it looks. So this is the meeting session loading up. And to join this meeting, you need to have a microphone if you want to talk, or you can join only in audio only mode. So a lot of our trainees do that. So I'll join this in listen only mode. Okay. So here you can see that the presentation has been loaded. The trainees are asking lots of questions. And you can click here and start take the presenter role and so here you can see that the trainee that the presenter has actually written on the slide, so that's also possible here. Now I'll show you a really interesting feature of breakout rooms. So you click on here, manage users, and then you click on create breakout rooms. So basically if you want people to go into rooms and do group discussions, then this is a really nice thing to have. So here you can create 2 rooms or 4 rooms. I'll create 2 rooms and I'll randomly drag a few people into these rooms. Like, okay. So there are 65 users, so you can actually randomly assign them and then click on create to create a breakout room. So you can give trainees topics to discuss, and this makes the session very, very interactive. So we go back to the main page because I don't want to disrupt this classroom session. And one more interesting thing is, like in WebEx, it's really not very easy to control the users. Here it's quite easy. You can mute all the users, mute everybody except the presenter, or you can go to lock viewers. And once you go to lock viewers, you can actually prevent everybody from using their webcam or using a microphone uh, or using the shared notes. So you can basically lock the viewers so they can do nothing apart from just listening to you. So this is a very useful feature. Then one more useful thing is here is that you go on this settings, and then you have this save usernames. So you can get an Excel sheet of all the people who have attended the meeting, which is really good for attendance monitoring. So that's it about big blue button. So I'll just log out from this meeting. Please don't do end meeting because you can kill the meeting. So now if you go on this course page, then you can see that the content has, we have actually posted a timetable here in PDF format. We have organized the course content in the form of books. So I'll just open one of these books. This is a quiz for the day. So you can set the timings for the quiz. Before this timing comes up, the trainees will not be able to attend the quiz. So you can have daily quizzes or quizzes after every class, depending on how interactive you want these sessions to be. So we'll just preview this quiz. And here you can see that. So this is the quiz. We are previewing this quiz. You have short answer questions, you have true, false, all options you have here. And if you click on finish attempt, then it saves the quiz. So we'll just click on a few random options. And I'll just submit this quiz. So click on finish attempt, and as soon as you do this, it shows you summary of your attempts. You could do submit all and finish. And as soon as you do this, immediately the results are displayed in front of you. This makes it really interactive and makes it possible to learn immediately. And here the option has been that the answers are not being displayed to the students. So it's up to you. If you want the children to know the answers immediately, you could disclose the answers immediately. It's totally an administrative choice that you wish to take. And adding questions to the quiz is also extremely simple. Um, I'll just display that also. Just click on this icon, click on edit quiz. And here are the answers. You can click on shuffle, and then all the questions would actually get intermixed. The best way to do this is to create a question bank, and you can add random questions also. That's the biggest plus point of Moodle. So every trainee would actually get a different question. So here we have opened up the question bank, and here you can see that all question banks of the faculty created by IRMI are available here. You could decide to add all these questions or some of these questions depending on the kind of question that you wish to give. See that the course has been organized into books. This is the introduction. This is session 2. And here a presentation has been loaded. And when you click on this, the presentation just opens in a pop-up. So it's quite smooth. You can also put videos here. You can decide to put short write-ups in PDF format. So this is the presentation. So the purpose of this video was to just to encourage you to look into the various options available in Moodle as a team. This is a short overview of the kind of facilities that are available in the virtual classroom of Moodle. Here we have set up a virtual classroom called Daily VC for IRMI faculty, and when we click on join session, a classroom of this sort pops up. Now here you can see that we have a presentation in front of us, and in this presentation you can start a whiteboard, and on this whiteboard you can do things like sketching or writing. Here is the users list, and you can have a public chat in which people can wish each other or ask questions. There is also an option to start a poll, like you can go on options and start a poll. You can also share an external YouTube video, and even notes of meetings can be taken by typing here. There is also a possibility of recording the session. However, the amount of recordings that you can store depends upon the uh, storage space that you have available with you. Thank you.